Hello YouTubers. Today we got a 2004 Escalade, and let me show you something. We're gonna be doing the radiator on it. It's got a hole on the radiator, but I worked on this truck about, I don't know, several months ago, and I did a water pump on it, and check out what I found. When I got into it, it kind of stunk, and already this isn't for the week. Okay, I'm gonna keep you on suspense here. And I didn't think nothing of it. Then I looked in there and I saw some like fiberglass insulation, and I reached in there and I pulled it. It was stuck real hard, so I said, "Ah, heck with it." But as I got home to the shop and I started messing with it, look what it was. You hold my breath, because it still stinks a little bit. Bones of a cat, possum, or some kind of a small animal. And when I did the water pump, you can see over here, it's a new water pump. It's still nice and shiny, see? I told the guy, "Do you know you got a dead animal there?" Well, I told him before, and they kind of freaked out, and then when they came and picked it up, they saw it. 'Cause I didn't pull it out, man. Stuff like that kind of grosses me out. I can't eat if I touch stuff like that. I can't eat the rest of the day or stuff like that. Me and my grandson are like that. If we see a dead dog on the road, we're done for the day. We can't eat nothing. Anyway, so he took it, and then months later he called me that we need the radiator, and I asked him, "You take that dead animal out of there?" He goes, "Oh, I forgot," and it's still in there. I don't know if I'll take it out. If I don't have to, I'm not. Like I said, I can't handle that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's get back to what we're gonna do. The radiator is leaking from right in this corner. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of wet right there. Let me get the other light. Right there, you can see it wet, see? And it won't leak when it's idling, but when you accelerate, it shoots a squirt of water. So let's get down to business. We're gonna take this little cover off first. Alright, YouTubers, I bought me these. I think I ordered them online from, I don't know, Amazon maybe. I wanted to get some snap-on, because I had a friend that had some snap-ons and they work great. And I had a friend tell me that, or I read the reviews on these that you buy on Amazon, and he said it didn't last that long. I got this just in case I need to pop this up first a little bit. Help it get in there. It worked great. Check this out. Perfect, man. So you get that? Just see that? Okay, let's try this one. Oh man, good investment here. Awesome. Look at that. I better not get carried away. Like any tool, it's not gonna be perfect. You're gonna run into probably some that are real hard, stubborn. That's the first thing I did. I drained it from that bottom radiator hose over here. Way down there, there's a hose, and it's draining out. Let's see if we can see that hose that I was talking about. Nope, it's in there though. It's the bottom radiator hose, just disconnected, and all the coolant will come out. Let's get back up here. I guess I gotta pull these out. You don't have to, but I don't want to lose them. Last time I did something like this, I yanked on it, boom, they flew out. See, like that one. And I am wearing a mask because I can smell that dead animal. It's making me sneeze. I'm fixing to sneeze right now. Chew. Poor animal crawled up in there. That was it. Okay, before we go any further, I'm gonna check the new radiator, make sure it matches up. And I picked up this radiator here in Amarillo at a place called 1-800-Radiator, and it costs about $177, something like that. Lifetime warranty on it, so that's a good thing. I want to take it out nice and neatly in case it's the wrong one, because it did call for 2 on this vehicle. the one for this vehicle measured from tank to tank right here, 34 inches. The one that's not for this vehicle is like 20 inches from here to here, something like that. That's what they told me. But let me get a measuring tape to find out. Yep, 34. So we're good. I did another Escalade for one of those avalanche, and that had hoses from the tranny running here. This one's better for me. It only has those two hoses, and it comes with the little clips, which we'll get into it later when we get closer, so you don't have to save the old clips, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna remove this air duct, air breather, hose, snorkel, whatever you want to call it. It's got a, I don't know what size that would be, maybe a 10, but I'm using a screwdriver. Then you got one here, and I don't want to take that top off. I'm going to try to do the least I can take off. I don't want to take off too much stuff, but I don't need to. It's kind of tricky to get into, but you can get it. If not, take that thing off. I think it's got a bolt up here. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's got a bolt up here. Okay, can't out of there, baby. It's stuck on here good. I have to pry it with a screwdriver. Okay, and inspect this because I'm going to show you something here. See, I guess it's kind of, I've got a video on this. It looks like it might have rubbed on the pulley. I worked on a Tahoe and it had a big old hole. They were having trouble. It was running rough, and then when I scanned it, it read the master airflow sensor, and I was almost gonna change it, but then I took this off and I happened to look under it, and it was a big old hole here. We put tape on it, covered it, ran beautiful. So check that out. All right, see, something's been rubbing on this hose. May have to let the customer know and see if he wants to buy one or. I may go with the other clamps that you tighten up with the screwdriver because these suck. Let me show you how this holds on clamps. On this one, you could have gotten it from down here, popped it out, the whole bottom down there. But I wanted to open it so I could show you how these work. When it's hooked up, you want to try to get in here through this other side or whichever side, and push down on this tab. This tab is what hooks up on there, and I have better access through here. You can see the tab, and you just push down on it and it pops out. You're pushing down on that, unlocking it from up here. Alright, let's throw this over there. Okay, now I'm going to take off these bolts. You've got two, one on this side and one on the other side, the 13 millimeters. Okay, now I'm going to go for this clamp up here. I'm going to go for this clamp. Let's take a pair of pliers, squeeze it. Oops. You can still see it. Camera's trying to take a nap. Camera said, no mas, no mas. I want out. And slide it off. Then you got one more down in the bottom. I'll show it to you. Right there. Same thing, same clamp. Before I take that bottom one off, I'm just going to do this one first. I think it'll be easier. And this is just the cover right here, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is pull it back so you can get to that little clip that I was telling you on that radiator. And I'll show you more. They're right in here. You're going to need a pick. Find the opening, which I think is right here. Push it. And see how it opens right there? If you can stick something in there. Yeah, you can see, right? Let me get y'all closer, because this is very hard if you've never done these. You're looking for a little ring right in here, that clip in there. So that's what you're looking for. Here we go. I'm gonna try to stick something in there when I get a little bit of an opening. Okay, boom. It's really not that hard. I'm making it harder than it is. And I'm trying not to get in y'all's way. That's one reason why it's a little bit harder for me. Okay, see? I got it in there. Okay, and if you're gonna reuse it, you want to make sure you don't lose it. Put your hand down there to pick it up. And I'm gonna let this one fall just because I want y'all to see. Maybe it won't fall. But I want to see the clip so I can show it to y'all what it looks like. Okay, see it? It's already coming out. Oops. Luckily it fell right here. Let me show it to you. There it is. That's the clip. What we were doing, we were finding this in and pushing it so it would open. But that's the way I do it. Then it comes out. And you're not going to use that one, so don't worry about it. I've lost it before. Okay, and that's how you do, and this radiator line will pop out. Some people think it has a screw. You gotta unscrew it. No, you don't. I'm sure you probably could, but I'll show you what. Let me pull it. I'm gonna get in your way because I need to pull it out. See how it comes out? And you're gonna leave tranny fluid. Okay. Now this does come out, and I'll show you when I take it off. But that's if that's messed up. Sometimes those mess up, and you gotta take them off and replace it with a new one. And I also covered the throttle body with the rag so we won't get no dirt in there. All right, now we can reach that bottom hose and clamp it. Here's that hose. I took it off with different pliers. I couldn't get it with the other ones, so I went and fetched my needle nose that have a curve on it. Okay, and it came out real good anyway. You saw how that, and then all you got to do is wiggle it out and it comes out. Now we got the same thing down there, but I'm gonna take this shroud off first. Now we're gonna work on this shroud. Taking this shroud off. It's got two probably 10mm bolts up here, and then plastic rivets right there, and another one right there. And we probably just need to take the top one off. We can leave the bottom on. Okay, I'm gonna use this tool to get to these, and we're right by the dead animal, so I'm trying not to look at it. Pop that out. And this one, we'll take a breather, a breath, come back, and there's one over here. These are the little plastic rivets that it has. All I'm doing is popping this head up, and you can pop it all the way out like this one and get it out in two pieces. I know it's hard to see with the glare, or you just pop it off halfway and pop the whole plastic rivet. That's how they look. One came out in two pieces and the other one, and you just put this one back in there. Okay, I just got the rivets from this side. This should come up. Voila. Come on. Put it on this pile of crap. And now we have access to that radiator. Okay, this was stuck on there real tight. All I had to do was push it forward. This one popped out of here like this, but this one, the whole grommet stayed back here, but I shoved it back in there, and I'll show you that too. Now we just gotta do this other transmission line. Okay, here we go. This is the closest I could get, guys. I tried and tried, and the camera kept falling. Again, you got a little cover. You wanna take that cover off. And this cover you will use on the other one, so want to make sure you don't lose it. Again, start digging for that opening. Or even if you can get your pick in here and lift it up, that'll work too. The sharper your tool, the better. See, I picked it and out it comes. That one fell there and I don't care. I'm not gonna dig for it. And then pull the tranny line out. Sometimes it takes 2 hands. There we go. We'll probably leak fluid. And that's it. We're done. I think it will come out. Yep. Okay, now that it's out, we can size it up. Make sure everything matches. It's the right length. They're both the same length. Same height. 34 inches across. One outlet for the outlet for the upper radiator hose, and that one has a drain. I've noticed that every time I get a new radiator, it comes with the drain, which is good. This one has like a drain, but it's plugged. It's just, I don't know, looks like a dummy, but it's a dummy one, I guess. Then we go over here. One of these is the overflow, and here's another hose for the forgot which one it went to. Then the 2 transmission lines and the bottom radiator hose. That's perfect. That's what we needed. Before you chunk that one away, let me show you where it's cracked. See the big old crack right here? It goes up to here. Exaggerated. You don't want to just throw this one away yet. Take these bushings from here. They just pull out and put them in here. I'll put it on. I need both hands. Okay, let me show you how to put these bushings in. Some of them have their set way, and I try to look at where the way it was set. So see right there, you can see a indentation from the other radiator. Let me zoom in. Sometimes you can just put them in there by hand, and sometimes you need a screwdriver to put that stubborn end that don't want to go in. Okay, I put this in there, the line. See that little slit? I make sure it goes in there. Then you just push it through, and if you don't want to go through, you push on that rubber and help it go through. There, see? It's in there. You can turn it till it sits on the same marks it had. So push this one out. You can push them out or pull them out and do the same thing. Let's see if I don't go off of focus here. Same thing. This time I'm going to go from the front to the back and push that in with a screwdriver, and it falls in the little slit. You can move it around to fit your new one. Okay, now we need to do the bottom one. Okay, let me flip this bad boy around. And you want to pull this bushing out. I'm going to try to get as close as I can, but I don't have great zoom in. Okay, here this part does come out. This little ring comes out, and that's what holds that tight, but you got to push in on this little tab right here. There's a little tab here. Sorry, trying to hold the camera. There's a little tab here, you push in. See? Out it comes. It's just a little ring. Go to the new radiator, drop it in, and that also has the little, right here on this end, the thing you push in. So this passes that and locks. Now it won't come out because it's locked. Well, that one does come out. There, it's locked. Anyway, you put this in there
and now it's tight. I mean, it's not super tight, but it'll hold. It won't come out. Don't believe me. Look, it's not coming out. Ta-da! So now we can go put this one in the vehicle. And that's all you'll need from the old Radiator. It used to be, we used to save those little clips, but now, see the clip in there? It's already in there. They did that for us. See it? Awesome. Like that. Don't have to dig that one. All right, let's go in with this Radiator. And this one, then you take this old Radiator, the one that you already took all the parts, make sure you do take them off before you do this to it, and chunk it into the pile of crap, okay? And this is the best time to clean any debris that you have in here. You know, this gets full with a bunch of leaves. Oops, right into my damn toolbox. So we want to get rid of everything except animal matter. Look, I threw it out of my damn toolbox. Or my portable toolbox. Alright, we're going in with the new. Okay. They had this plugged up. So let's see. This one. And we have a hose running to it. So we need it unplugged. No wonder it didn't fit. It's a dang Phillips. Get out of here. Be careful that you don't bust your ass. Okay, as you go in, make sure you put those bottom grommets in those holes and move your bottom shroud around, because it's gonna want to get in your way on those connections. Alright, there we go. It should lean back like that. Then take your shroud and make sure it's adjusted down there where it's supposed to go. There we go. Or it will be hitting on the fan. Now I'm going to put these bolts up here on each side to hold the radiator in place so it don't be falling on me. And it's the 13 millimeters. 13 millimeters, meters. And you got to change the socket, dummy. Okay, I think I'm gonna get this bottom hose out of the way first. It should just snap in. And I'm standing on this crappy little stool that keeps sliding, so see if I don't bust my rear end. Let's do this line, the radiator hose, the bottom one, because it's in a hard position to get to. A real handy tool to have for those hard places to reach. It clamps. And you just squeeze it up here, then release with this. That one's kind of expensive. I did get it from, I think, Snap-on or Mac Tools, but they sell them at AutoZone. I bought one there, but it was kind of crappy. It didn't do the job, so I said I'll get the expensive one and see how that works out, and it worked out. All right, you pinch the clamp. Okay, drag it. Now I like to put it back in the mark that it was in. Usually that prevents it from leaking. It's already contoured to that, but I can't see crap from here. All right, I'm going for it right there, man. right there. Come on. All right.
These you just gotta push back in now.
And then pull on it, and they should lock with that ring, that little ring. And then just push the cover back on. Covers the ring. Boy, whatever they... There's some fur there. Poor creature got all tore up in here. I'm thinking if I should go ahead and do this this line. Sometimes you do stuff and you go like, you know what, I should have waited. But it's one of these that's simple to take off if I do run into that situation where I tell myself I should have waited.
It just has a clamp. Squeeze it and goes in.
But I'm getting my finger away this time. There we go.
I think we can put that top shroud and still have access to these last two hoses that we're gonna be putting on.
Alright, let's snap the tranny line in first. And then we'll go with the okay, there. Pull it. It stayed. Put your cap on. Bring the upper radiator line. Or reservoir line. Okay. I don't want to bang up my finger again. It's already swollen. Feels weird. Let's put the little rubber. I'm gonna go through the other side. The other side. I'll just move these rubber little thingamajiggers. Just shove them in there and then push the top down. Again, shove it in here. Push it down. All right, I put those plastic little rivet things like on over here too, and on the other side. But I didn't take out to the other side. I saved y'all from smelling that dead animal. Now I'm gonna put these bolts, 10 millimeters. Testing some guy's lights on his tow truck with a test light that you poke, and I missed and I poked myself. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, make sure the fan's not hitting. Rotate it if you can.
Out first, this goes in first. Put it in through this. All I gotta do is snap it shut. Snap. Just came out.
Take a deep breath. I'll use the pliers on this bad boy over here.
Okay, I just snapped all these into their little brackets. And it goes down here. There's another bracket right here.
Oh, yeah. One time I gotta take off a radiator line off.
I'm tightening this screw. I can't use that finger. Hurts. Let's put some coolant, and I think this guy is using different coolant because it came out green, and I don't think these cars use green coolant. One last time, I'll show y'all a little surprise. All right, YouTubers, fixing to put the coolant in there. I bought 2 gallons of this Cool. That's what these vehicles use. The other Escalade I did, it also had the green stuff. That's what came out, and that's not the proper coolant. Yeah, they make a lot of it that mixes, and it's okay to use. Does it matter? Every radiator I do or water pump that fails, they're using the wrong coolant. So what I'm thinking is, yeah, it doesn't protect the parts as good as if you put what it's called for. I guess this has more protection for rust and corrosion, and I guess that's why these radiators bust, because they use the wrong kind. But that's my take on it. But since I did the job, I'm gonna put the right coolant in there. All right, YouTubers, it's the following morning, and I already filled it up. I use this full stream, so you must add water. I put a gallon of this, then a gallon of water, and then I added a little bit more of if it needed more. It takes like 2 gallons and a quart, something like that. And I topped it off too high because it started leaking. I thought I had a leak from the bottom radiator hose, but I climbed down there and it's the overflow. It's coming from here. So it's another tip. Try not to spill it. Use a funnel. That way you'll know if you're leaking, and don't overfill it or you'll think you got a leak and it's just overfill. I remember this top, this little cover yesterday, so I put it on before I forget. But I'm letting it run like about 5 minutes, and it's already been 5 minutes with the top off. That way I get any air pockets out, you know, gravity will bring them up. And usually what I do is I jack the front up when I have my ramps, or if I'm working on it, I have to jack it up, and that helps the air pockets come out. But it looks good now. See, that's where it was coming out when I overfilled it. Here you go, that's what I was talking about. The overfill. Comes through this hole here. It starts coming out of that end. I know it's kind of hard to see. But I'm going to go ahead and put the top on. I'm sure we got all the air pockets out. And then I'll keep an eye on the temperature. Everything looks good here. It's done nice and tidy. No leaks. Check all the connections. There's no leaks at all. I even went down to the bottom. And then here's the only leak we have would be this one, and it's still good. It's not leaking. Make sure that drain plug down there, I know you can't see it, it's way down there. Make sure it's not open. You'll be draining all your coolant. Alright, YouTubers, before I forget, sometimes you'll have a leak when this radiator is on your vehicle. You'll have a leak coming from your transmission lines, and sometimes it's as simple as just these, but most of the time when I've done it, very seldom it's these, and you can replace them. They do sell them separate, but most of the time it's your line. It's got a burr or something on it. But let me show you how you take these off. And these sometimes are different sizes. You'll have them like a 15 and then a 14 on one side, but here they're the same size. They're 18 millimeter. You don't need an impact gun, but I'm just being goofy. I'm gonna tear this radiator out anyways. And that's not the proper socket for it, because if it's tight. Let me take this out and I'll come back. Okay, it wasn't on there tight. I just had to take a screwdriver and pry it out. And this one was kind of messed up. I'll do this one now. Yeah, they fit kind of tight, so might get stuck again. And you don't need an impact gun, like I said, guys. I'm just being lazy. You can do it with a wrench or a socket. And this is what you change. You go and buy it at the part store. I don't know what they cost. I've changed them before, and that's been the issue. But sometimes it's the line. It's just got a nick on it. And let me tighten the heck out of it and see what happens. Since this ain't no good, let's see what the impact gun does. Just for fun, let's see what happens. Well, that's stripped. That ain't gonna be worth the crap no more. Let's see. Oh shit, I still needed this radiator. Not. Yeah, I tore the threads in here. Alright, YouTubers, another successful job. Vehicle's running good, not heating up. Temperature's right in the money. Again, thank you for watching. Like always, I really appreciate you, and God bless you.